Ladies, welcome to this video. Welcome to the training. This is Coach Jerry here, and welcome as you start coming into the chat. I want to say hi to Helena. I want to say to Tara. Hi, Nicole. Hi, iPhone 1, whoever you are. And of course, as you come into the training here, just please do me a favor. Just mute yourself. This is going to be a presentation, yet a very different presentation that you're used to. But specifically, I'm gonna give you something very useful for you to be able to finally understand how to break your weight plateau. The three secrets metabolism, the three metabolism secrets to break your weight loss plateau in 7 days or less. Okay, and I hope that you all are here today, not because I said I'm going to give you free coaching. I hope you're here because finally you want to learn something useful and finally get the results that you want, okay? Because you have been in this kind of trainings before. I know it's not the first time. And every single time you do something, you learn, right? But then you don't really apply the learning, because otherwise you wouldn't be here necessarily. You probably would have gotten some partial results at least. Now, what I'm gonna do in a second when I share my screen, I'm gonna show you exactly the three main secrets why you are struggling right now with your situation. So if you're a lady on your 30s, being frustrated with going from cycles of weight loss and yo-yo dieting and losing and gaining the same kilo over and over, and this impacts your life, right, to the point that you are losing the hope, you're losing the ability to believe in yourself, chances are you're in the right place. And today I'm going to tell you why you say to yourself, and at times it's true, I'm eating only 1200 calories, I don't lose weight. Or I'm in a keto, I see other people succeeding and I don't lose weight. I'm eating fairly clean, and how come I cannot lose weight? Now, as I share my screen here, I'm going to start explaining you exactly why this is happening, okay? And as you see here, the issue is that you do not understand necessarily how the body works. And again, this training is really for the lady that is doing something. Okay, a lot of people say I'm actually doing something, and I ask, what are you doing? Oh, I'm eating healthy. They don't know how many calories they're eating. They have no idea what healthy means. They go in and doing a few walks in a week, and that's essentially not the person that I'm talking here. Like, I'm talking a person that really works out, that really tries to do something, and is obsessed with improving. Today, like I said before, I'm gonna teach you exactly how to get, I'm gonna tell you exactly how to get free coaching at the end, but you're here, you're supposed to be here, not for that, but to learn something and learn how to apply something and learn how to optimize it. Most of the people learn, they go and do something for about a week, they fail, and then come back. They want to learn something new because they say, this is what I learned. It doesn't work. Today, I'm going to show you how all these lady, 500 plus, by the way, have gotten these results. And the problem is essentially that you do not understand how to quote unquote diet, and specifically how your genetics work. You know, the Mexico Bariatric Center put out this amazing infographic here that shows you the set point theory. Set point theories mean that by nature, your genetics, there is a point of body fat, right, that your body wants you to keep at, okay? So some people might be 30%, some people 45%, some people 50%. The good news is that those of you that says, I'm eating fairly healthy, I don't lose weight, my genetic is bad, my metabolism is broken, you are not, the reason why you're not losing weight is not for that. It's not for the set point theory. But essentially, if you were, like, as you go inside the dieting, like that, you just start seeing this happening all the time. You start seeing hunger increasing and metabolism slowing. And when I say metabolism slowing, I don't like essentially saying slowing down on metabolism. I'm going to teach you what happens to metabolism in a second. But what slows down is really your movement. By nature, you move less. What I'm doing now, moving my hands, it happens less. You're always like laying down, you're tired. And essentially, this is metabolic responses. So your body shoots you back to the set point, but says, no, I want to get a little bit more overweight, a little bit more fatter, because I'm scared that this person is going to make me starve again. So your body wants you to stay here, right? So you probably say, and it is, this is a horrible truth, especially if you've done so many things in the past. You say, can I really lose weight? Is it possible? Right? Because you probably question yourself, you probably don't believe in yourself anymore, but you probably come in hopeless if you try diet after diet. And can I lose weight? It's like, yes, you cannot change your set point so much. You can, but it's hard. But you can change your settling points. You can change your environment, the people you surround yourself with. You can change the way you're eating for sure, the way you're moving. And of course, you can also change the way you see yourself as, because we're gonna see that sometimes you fail not because of the physiology, you fail because of the psychology, okay? And when we're talking about that, we're talking about the diet problem. Whether it's a commercial diet, like keto, like paleo, whatever, whether it's that, or, oh, I see somebody else joining, hi. Hello, Yvette, as well. Welcome to the training. I'm going to make sure that you mute yourself. And basically, what's happening here is that every single time you do a diet, and those of you that join late, by the way, there is going to be a replay just for you to be able to stay on track. But might be asking a few questions, and so when I do ask question, and this reflects in your reality, just give me a favor, just answer in the chat, because that's going to make the training a lot more interactive, a lot easier for me to be able to understand what you're struggling with. Now, if you understand that this is the problem, that most people don't lose weight, is because they are experiencing a situation of being like restrictive food, restricting dieting, always taking away something. And what it does, what it looks like in reality is that for you by nature, and I'm going to start with this, like for you by nature, for losing weight and breaking your weight plateau by losing weight, you essentially would need to, let's say 2,000 calories for you to maintaining your weight, like you don't lose or you don't gain with 2,000 calories. You need to create a 500 or 300 calorie deficit. In this video, we're not gonna tell you how to do that. Like that's another video, you know, like how to eat or what to do essentially, specifically how to apply that. That's not in this video, but this is basically for me to give you concepts, okay? The concept is that every single time you do that by eating less, and why the hell am I not seeing myself here anymore? Let me see. And why am okay? So if you want to lose weight, you need to move more or eating less. Okay, this is basically what's happening. Yet when you are doing a diet, what happens is that the diets, because you restrict so much, you go down to a 1,000 calorie deficit daily. Okay, so this stretches out a lot. Okay, so you're eating less, you're moving more, and by nature, your body wants you to eat more. Okay, it makes you eat more, and again, you eat more, and sometimes it's just pure physiology, you're eating more, and some other times, what it really looks like, it's basically behaviors. It's like I'm eating for sadness. I'm eating because I have a habit. I'm eating because I go out, and especially if you're an emotional eater like I was, you're gonna say to yourself, I'm eating because I cannot control food, and you have these cravings inside of you eating because you cannot control food, and then you feel like a failure because again you're not able to understand this is a physiological response. Okay, so how do we keep that? How do we do what we just said here? And how can we make sure to create this 500 calorie deficit and this 500 calorie deficit alone? Okay, well, we need to understand why we eat, and specifically, why do we struggle with food? We eat for taste, and we eat to feel satisfied. Most people feel stuffed when they eat too much, or they feel starving because they restrict food, but you need to feel satisfied. On the same way, you cannot feel like you're eating just because of eating. If you're eating here, 0 or 2 calorie, 0 to taste level, you're gonna eat a lot of boring and clean food, like broccoli, like a lot of healthy stuff, but very clean. And then your body is going to make you feel like you wanna eat something more palatable, right? On the same way, like when you eat a keto diet or whatever diet, you always feel like you cannot attend social events, you cannot attend things, you don't feel part of a circle of people, so you just basically quit. If you eat too many tasty food, right, too many taste level at the level of 10, what happens is that by nature, you are then susceptible to eat just ice cream and all that stuff. And then you feel like your physiology really essentially increases your insulin and increases a lot of other hunger hormones. And then you feel like you're eating a lot of crabs, and then you binge eat. This is basically what happens. So you need to learn how to eat tasty food 70% tasty, right? And of course, you need to feel satisfied. So you need to eat low calorie, dense, yet high volume and tasty food. This looks something like that. Healthy versions of pancakes, French toast, protein ice cream, protein puddings, a lot of things such as healthier version of pasta, pizza, and all amazing stuff that makes you feel, that made you feel like if you were a binge eater, right? Made you feel like you're not in a diet, okay? Made you feel like you're not really on a diet. Like let me ask you a question, Yvette. Let me ask you a question. Some other people here, Nicole, whoever iPhone one is. If you were to eat this type of food I just described to you here, like this type of desserts, like would you feel like you need to cheat on a diet, right? Most people would say no. Like, let's say if you're in the chat, you can also type if that's a revelation for you, because most people, I'm telling you here, I'm not gonna restrict food from you. I'm not gonna be like taking off your carbohydrates. I'm gonna give you all the food that you essentially need to eat. Yet I'm gonna give you a healthier version of that. And this is just step one of you not feeling like you're in a diet. Okay. The second thing is that if you understand how the body works, it's not really about one thing you do in one day, it's about one thing that you do over time, right? So like it's the essential action, what you see in the mirror, of your decisions that you're creating on a 20 days, 40 days, 60 days. Like you need to understand how the body works. So there is an essential awareness portion of nutrition that you need, everybody needs to learn to be able to be actually successful in this. Second part is that people always hear these things online, by the way. I need something to boost my metabolism. I need this, you get advertised this shit every single day. Like, I need this food, I need these pills, I need that to boost your metabolism. There is no way to boost metabolism. There is not a way for you to speed up or slow down metabolism. It's the way for you to understand how does it work. And there is a way for you to keep this balance so that you can keep losing weight. Only when it's balanced, your body let go of the excess fat. So there is the metabolic rate, the basal metabolic rate. There is the movement, which, by the way, is 45% of the whole equation. And then there is the exercise and the thermogenesis effect of eating, which is something that only acquires about 10, 20%, depending if you're exercising a lot, okay? This is why, by the way, what slows down when you are on a diet. This is basically the only part that can slow or move up, okay? So the problem is that people don't understand that the metabolism works not like a calculator, not even like a chemistry lab. Like people, those are the proponents of keto diets, of low carbohydrates diet. I feel like it's working like a chemistry set. Like if I take off carb, there is this magical thing that happens in my body that is gonna let go of the fat. You're letting go of the fat because essentially you're eating less calorie. Of course, you're stabilizing your blood sugar, that's fair, but that's nothing like groundbreaking. Now, how do you change that? Is understanding that your metabolism works like a stress barometer, okay? It's reactive and proactive and reactive. You don't believe me? Ask yourself, how many times have you been on a diet? How many times have you lost 5 kilos or 10 pounds and then you gotten back 11? In a span of a month, like how many times have you done that? Like if you understand that, you understand that your metabolism is reactive or proactive. Now, you want a fast metabolism? No, you want a very unflexible metabolism. It's counterintuitive, but a flexible metabolism adapts really quickly. You want an inflexible metabolism. You want to be able to not adapt, okay? But you need to understand here what's really happening and how can we make this happen is that, not going to the doctor and say, can you please, doctor, can I have a thyroid test? Can I have this test? Can I see my blood sugar? Can I see my insulin? No, it's not what you need to do. Like you need to have realistic ways for you to be able to understand. In our program, we do that. We rate energy level, mood level, sleep level, hunger level, cravings level. If this is not rated in numbers and this is not balanced every single week, you can rest assured that at some points your cravings are going to go up. You're not going to be able to know what to do. You're not going to sleep well. It's usually something related. Like, and of course, you are the lady that sometimes you are there for like months, not seeing results. And then you tell yourself, and they tell me, oh, why? I'm doing everything correctly. How are you sleeping? Oh, my sleep is a mess. My stress levels. So are you really not seeing results, or is it just because you retain a lot of water? So what's really happening. Like, you need to be clear on that, and you need to understand that there are ways to fix it, but not in a way, and this is how you break your metabolism plateau, like seeing things such as like Elisa here, seeing this kind of changes that I'm showing you here in a few weeks, when you understand how to balance your metabolism. And again, we can balance our metabolism seeing centimeters going down every single week. And this is essentially, I know that that's essentially what you care. You don't want, you lost weight several hundred times, you watch yourself in the mirror and you get more frustrated than ever because you still have the belly fat, you still have love handles, you don't understand what's happening, and you tell yourself, I'm losing weight, but I'm not losing fat. And it's true. Unfortunately, it's true. Like, you're not losing fat because you do not understand that there is weight loss includes muscle, weight, water weight. There is some fat losing, yes, of course, but not essentially what you need, okay? And again, you need to understand how to do that. And that brings me to this point. How do you build a body that you love? How do you build a sexy body that you're here for, right? How do you essentially see this kind of results, and also how to maintain it? Understanding that there is no way for you to take off fat from exercise. Like, you would need to do surgery, and I do not advocate that. I'm against totally. And you need to understand instead, how do exercise, how can we boost your metabolism, if you want to call it that way, essentially get the right hormones to take place, and how do we do that without killing our week? How do we do that without working out 5 times a week, right? Because I can tell you, like, an essential truth that all of you that are here today can experience. Number one is that you are, like, if you see results, it's because you are seeing, because if you don't see results in exercising, because you are burning too much, or you're like doing too much or too little. This is basically the reality. So there is not a way for me to come on this training and say, do 3 times 10, do this kind of exercise. Like, this is what most coaches goes wrong, unfortunately. They tell you something, but then it does not reflect reality, because you need to personalize. Like, you need to personalize your exercise. You're going to need to see workout as a skill that you need to improve every single week. You're going to need to improve your intensity, your volume, your density, which means more sets, less rest, and all that type of stuff. But you will need to move around weights at home or in the gym, whatever the case is. If you're starting from scratch, your body is enough, chances are. But it's very important. Another thing, you need to modulate your movement. You need to understand that movement is your religion. You're doing either too much or too little. You need to understand how to get some sort of parameter here. And this is the most important. Most people do too much cardio, okay? And you need to understand, how do we do that? How do we apply that on your real life, okay? It's very important. Now, same like we saw before, and this is kind of like, and I'm going to teach in a second how you put everything together, by the way. There is an homeostasis, a balance that your body needs to stay, right? The stress level, why you don't see results, is in the stress, usually with diet and exercise. So if you are too stressed, your cravings go up, your hunger go up. If you are too little stress, you're okay, but you don't see results. Like, there is no essential changes, right? You need to be in a homeostasis, playing in this area here. Stress level 6 to 8, 7, but stay very balanced still. Okay. This is how Valentina saw this essential, this real life changes. You see her going from 25 to 18%, weighing 2 pounds more, like 1 pound probably more, like something like 2 kilos more, essentially letting go the water and building some muscle and some muscle tone. And you can see letting go of cellulitis, letting go of like essential fat that it was around her area. So how do you do that? It's understanding how to putting everything together. And this is the last part of you breaking your weight plateau. This idea of exercising less and moving more, or doing more and eating less, it's been ingrained into your life forever, okay? And this is how you're creating a huge, too high calorie deficit for your body to adapt. And you need to understand that there are more, but at least like 3 other scenarios that you could play. You could eat less, and doing less, that for most people would create something like 300, something like that calorie deficit, right? You could do like an athlete, more and eat more, working out more intense, more time, eating more, and you still would create something like of this nature, something like that. Then the interesting one is like you go to vacation, especially if you are indeed a lady that you've been working out several times, you go into vacation and you are eating more and you're doing less. Your stress level go down, you probably walking a little bit, you're just having some snack, but you're not really overeating, and you're still creating this calorie deficit, right? So as you can see here, the truth is that your metabolism is reacting and adaptive, and you need to be able to understand how to play it around. Now, I wish I came here today and I said, I'm gonna teach you this thing, and you can go and apply it. In fact, you can go and apply it. For some of you that already are doing too much, understanding that you need to do too little is just something that you can do. But again, this, as you saw here, is very like it needs to be very personalized. Okay, so the way that what I'm doing here is like teaching you that you have to apply something, and also that you're gonna find obstacles is normal. You just need to go through the obstacles. So optimizing. Okay, and why I said before I'm gonna give away free coaching in this time, because we're living on a pandemic. We're in all together, and I feel like ladies don't understand that there is a aesthetic part that all of you are here for. Like you want to look better, you want to feel sexy. For some of you, life has been very unfair. Like this has been robbing you from a lot of moment of happiness. And again, it's very frustrating to see other people succeeding. I know, because I was a binge eater for a very, very long time. My body image was very attached to my perceived success. Now, what I'm here saying, like you are getting free coaching, is in a way that some of you really are going to win free coaching, but it's also going to give an opportunity for you that don't win this free coaching to be able to essentially change your life, like to be able to learn how to apply these things and essentially understand that is a game of not learning, right? I hope that whatever you do today, you don't go away just with learning information. You actually saw how you can fix a problem, how to apply something, why you're really not getting results, okay? And the way it works is simple. It's like, I like to put time, like I'm gonna put this time, I'm gonna give away stuff until the end of the year, because I want you all to finish 2021 with the healthiest. And again, it's aesthetic, but it's also health, okay? Talking about the pandemic, 75% of people that are dying, unfortunately, are overweight. Okay, so we are the front line worker too. Like we're coaches, we're in fitness, in health, but we're not nurses, but we are the front line too. Like this is as much important for you that is for me. It's like you need to finish off this year great, and you need to start a new one as well. So like what I'm gonna be doing on a weekly basis here is coming up with this kind of training for you to learn stuff, but then you need to apply it. If you're only learning like you're always doing on these trainings, nothing is going to change. You feel good about learning something. You feel like, okay, now my mind is opening, I understand, but nothing is changing. Like you need to be able to do that. And how am I giving away free coaching here is that you are going to be required to get in touch with me. Like few of you that are here, like you can do that, but also all of you that are going to see this replay, even if it's by email or whatever, there are going to be a form attached. Like you're going to have to fill up this just for you to be able to enroll in to say, I'm winning the coaching. Yes, that's great. For those of you that are not going to win, there is only going to be one winner for that. I'm still going to give you an offer to win coaching, meaning like to win partly coaching. And I like to invest on people that like to invest in yourself. So if you're here, I said it on the beginning, if you're here just because you are wanting to get stuff for free, chances are you're not really changing your life. But if you're here to actually fix a problem, I'm going to help you fix a problem for free, okay? You are going to win coaching when you like to actually put the time, energy, and effort in to be able to do that. So what I want you to do, when you see any call to action in this video, down below, you're gonna see a form, fill it up. We're going to chat because I want to teach you how to apply the thing that you're learning today. How do we build a game plan of what the thing that you're learning today? So this is Coach Jerry here. I'm gonna talk to you soon. Hopefully this was a life-changing video for some of you. Talk to you soon.